Welcome everybody to 1000 Triggers or 1000 Cuts, a deck in Ores of Colorations built around il-Kor, Sadistic Pilgrim, a 2 mana 2/2 says whenever a creature enters the battlefield we gain life, whenever it dies, opponent loses life. So this brought me to idea to include this build in a Rabble Rousing synergy deck where I try to build a wider board with a lot of tokens and just to kill my opponent through a lot of triggers that gonna kill my opponent because all our creatures gonna die. We're gonna create a bunch of tokens with our Kaya Ghost Hunters because all the tokens we are creating are doubled, and then we can also Path of Peril everything to just have our fun with all the triggers resolving. And just because this is a more fun build doesn't mean that we don't include some really cool cards that I think has the potential also in the standard rank queue to perform on a higher level. And I want to especially point out this one creature, 5 mana, 3/2, terrible stats, but the Hero of the Dunes says whenever it enters the battlefield we can return up to one target artifact or creature card with mana value 3 or less from our graveyard to the battlefield, so we have instant reanimation for 5 mana, but then it comes even better. It says all the creatures we control with mana value 3 or less getting +1/+0. Why I think Hero of the Dunes is so interesting? Not only he's not legendary, so it's a lord for tokens or a lord for everything that is under 3 mana, and it's also a soldier, but also it provides you instantly value when it enters the battlefield, so we can reanimate something for just 5 mana and have a creature as a threat and have all our creatures being bigger. I'm definitely interested to play with this idea to build a deck around Heroes of the Dune, and if you are interested in it too, consider to support my channel and subscribe to not miss out builds like this. And another really interesting inclusion I found is a 4 mana Cemetery Protector, is a 3/4, so the sets are okay, has a flash, so also really plays really nice in the team to just being explosive and interested because we want to play something on turn 4 that creates tokens, and on turn 5 follow up with our Rabble Rousing. And the last card in our Go Wide synergy is of course our Geist, a 3 mana for 3/3. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to a player we have to draw a card and lose 1 life. Of course in our deck we're gonna have a lot of small creatures that are gonna deal damage, so we can refill our hand really fast just with being able to draw cards of our gigs. With this being said, I hope you enjoy my more fun take on the standard play queue, and we're gonna go straight there and see how the 1000 trigger will resolve. Welcome everybody to Death Through 1000 Triggers or 1000 Cuts, whatever you wanna call it. Opponent goes first and we are not happy with this hand. This hand is actually better, but do I keep the lands or do I keep the creatures? Not fan of so many lands. I like one basic there. So let's keep it like this against Joe Cool, 7-11. 7-11. And 3 Call Ilmaster, and the Shuffler is super fine. My opponent is a burn opponent, as a lot of my opponents are. A very let's say aggressive approach to the deck, even though I don't consider this deck being aggressive, but I meet a lot of aggressive opponents. And now my opponent has just one more mana left. Maybe play with fire, will be okay. If he wants to burn me, daddy, burn me. If not, then not. And now with 4 mana, burn me, spell, Lightning Strike, and nothing else. Okay, then in this case, let's go with... He used 2 Lightning Strikes, right? What is the chance that he has a 3rd one? Not big, right? I hope not. Otherwise... Wow! 3 Lightning Strikes in the opening hand! The Shuffler is fine. The Shuffler is actually super fine. So let's see if my opponent can finish now with 1 card left, something off. Usually this opponent tend to scoop if the plan is not working right, so I'm not sure if my opponent is this sort of dude, or is there something else he can do. A 3rd Core Ilmaster and opponent with a 3rd Lightning Strike, or 4th Lightning Strike? No. Just call the Professionalist, sure. Call the Professionalist, my friend. And let's see what we can do from here. 1 more damage. This is nada. Rabble Rousing into... What do we get here? Serra. Serra is good, huh? Yeah, Serra is good. So, then let's attack. Opponent can prevent a lot of damage. But But it will not change the fact that I'm constantly creating tokens and constantly doing something. Let's keep the land in the hand. So next turn we cannot pop it, but if we draw a creature, we don't, we can maybe do something here. So let's go all in, let's see what my opponent wants to offer here, because Serra will come back and I can replay creatures and stuff with my Serra from the graveyard, and then my opponent's not gonna like it. And this is 6 creatures. Next turn theoretically I can already trigger everything, and I don't believe my opponent is able to draw so much damage here. It's 1, 2, 3, yeah. So we're gonna see. Oh. Let's see what we can exile from my graveyard. One of the il-Masters, right? We don't need so many il-Masters. We're gonna attack all, play the Serra, we'll trigger the Protector. Chum 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 chum. Let's play the il-Master, create another token. And now let's see if my opponent can top deck the damage, or is he a dead man walking? Looks like he's a dead man walking. Right? I think so. Look at these triggers! Look at these triggers! That 2000 triggers! I told you! I told you! Let's go next. Next game against Zaki on the draw again, but this hand looks not so good, this looks better. Not perfect, but better. The curve of obviously turn 2, turn 3 into drawing cards is really powerful. I'm gonna play a white source, chill a little bit, my opponent is black, and interestingly enough this deck pairs really often against mono black and mono blue. I tried multiple games in ranked, I think 5 games in Diamond, and 3 of them were against mono blue and 2 of them against mono black. This was interesting to see nonetheless. But here looks like my opponent played some Demir shenanigans that I'm fine to go against. Because we have some card draw, we have some Rabble Rousing, we have almost everything. So even if opponent deals with a Resolute Reinforcer, we can still do something. So 4 mana, let's see if Schroeder will hit the board. And Schroeder is not a big deal actually, because we gain a lot of life and we have some possibilities. Also with creatures dying, we are not really mad. But what the problem is, here's a Schroeder, is definitely sweepers. Sweepers is really, because I played against mono black, they run this black command. Bro, like doesn't matter how much tokens you have, everything dies. And this was really difficult to handle, at least for me. So, draw a card, of course. Oh. Okay. So, I cannot play you and then play the Reinforcer. This is usually a good play if you have the right mana for it. But I can play you. Or let's do it like this. Attack with 1 because I want to create a token. We gain some life. And now if my opponent starts attacking, we're gonna drain him. And then I think from the next turn, if we top deck a land, we have a really powerful attack that will enable a lot of stuff. And we're gonna talk also with the il-Master because we have Hero of the Dunes. Amazing creature, really cool creature. I want to build something more reliable. I think he's really good spawned in a token meta, and right now, especially because the mid-hook is not in standard anymore for a while now, I think token meta is a really interesting approach to play. I'm really surprised that we are currently not seeing more token decks outside of soldiers, but soldiers are not really token there. Yes, there go white. This one. Dix command. Like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, right? Like, there is not much you can do against it. But, okay. So my opponent goes for 6 and heal himself for 6, plus drains me for 2 the next turn. Resolve. This is definitely not something I want to see here, but let's see. This Geeks command, I don't know why people start running this Geeks command. Maybe they see a lot of tokens happening, and who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen here next, but I can definitely maybe do something. Let's see if my opponent decides to attack. Oh, he decides to invoke Despair me. Wow. Why mono black in play queue? Again, guys, let's have some fun, huh? Let's have some fun playing Magic. My opponent doesn't like to have fun playing Magic. Of course, I'm forced to put my creature into your way, otherwise we are dead. This is also something that's gonna help me here. Jesus, where are my lands? Where are my lands, my friend? Yeah. The lands don't wanna come. But it's okay. It's okay. We have maybe some possibilities here. 25 lands, by the way, in the deck. Tried first with 26, but then I was flooded almost every game. Really hard flood, like the first 4 or 5 draws were lands, and then the next draw were not impactful enough. This is why I reduced the amount of lands, added some stuff, like Serra I added instead of the land. And so far, really solid, so far really fair. Fair magic. So let's see if my opponent does here something dangerous, or we just gonna play our Resolute Reinforcer, and from there I don't really see what could help me really out, because currently we need a little bit more life gain because of the Shredder. We also don't have the mana to cast Path of Peril. This is why difficult, definitely difficult. Okay, now we have finally our land. We play you, gain out you, attack for 2, trade a token, but this is not enough. This is 2 life, we need more. A little bit more life. And that's Zeki hesitating to pass the turn and just to win the game, but we're gonna give him the fun, right? Like, hey, play mono black with splashing blue for whatever reason you wanna destroy your mana, and be proud of it. Be proud of it, my friend. I hope he has the satisfaction. It's calculating. No, it's life of current mono black players. Current mono black players are, let's say, not as good as I remembered mono black players used to be, because they used to be actually really let's say smarter. I think this is the only word I have, because now we go online and get a mono black list. It's a pretty straightforward deck, right? I don't know, mono black doesn't require a lot of decision making right now. I remember back then the time with mono black, with Blood on the Snow, Shambling Ghast and so on. I think this mono black version was more of a let me think what I do. But current mono black version is like, play the cards that I have on curve and then I'm gonna win the game. But we're gonna go next. And here we are finally on the play. We can go first, and this is a really interesting hand to go first. Definitely really sexy. I'm not sure what I'm gonna play. It depends on what my opponent has for colors, right? What colors my opponent is running. Xyrex. Cool name, by the way. Reminds me of T-Rex. Or the current young people know it as Rex. I don't know. I'm a Jurassic Park fan. This is why, for me, it was always a T-Rex. But, yeah, I think currently people only say Rex. The young folks. We gonna play Resolute Reinforcer because I believe my opponent has a cut down. If you start with the opening, with a tap land, usually you have few cut downs in your hand. If you build your deck, nice, bro. I love finally an opponent that is not playing standard list that does whatever they want to do. Oof, yes, this is what I was hoping for. Our Gixie boy can draw us some cards and draw us some solutions here. Amazing opening. You remember it maybe from my competitive Esper list. Definitely check it out if you haven't, because I believe this deck, the ceiling of this deck is really high. The question is only take action. Oof, 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 oof. What are we gonna discard? So my opponent is maybe discarding something from me, or he plays Refine and discards something from him. In both cases, Connive. Combining it with Connive is interesting, actually, yeah? Connive, Raven is interesting. Is slow rolling? Yeah, by turn 3 there are a lot of decks that can do other things, but okay. It's okay. Oh, here comes the Raven. Oh, whoa. So, I think we're gonna do the following. We're gonna play Ilmaster. We're gonna play Jadar. And we're gonna draw 1, 2, 3, right? We're gonna draw at least one card, minimum. Depends how my opponent blocks. That's okay. Gonna drain my opponent for a little bit, because I need a creature take action. Give me another land. Yes. Jadar, gave me some life. We need some creatures also in the graveyards, right, for our Cemetery Protector. And interesting, we draw 2, I have only 2 of them in my deck. Draw both of them is really cool. Let's hope my opponent stays, because often people realizing what I'm trying to do, they don't like to see it happen. Yes, nice, bro, nice, really cool. So as per mix here, Ravenman could also force me to discard. My opponent will play Resolute Reinforcer in his turn. This is why let's do the following. Oh, I cannot go to my graveyard because of the Danik, huh? Ooh, this is interesting. I also cannot attack really because... I mean, if I play you, then I can attack. Should I do that? I think so. If I play Hero of Dunes, then my token becomes a 3-2, and this is why it will give me the ability to attack. And I believe Hero of Dunes cannot target graveyard. I mean, there was nothing in the graveyard that was really targetable, but yeah, no, it was. So we cannot target graveyard with because of Danik. Danik prevents this synergy, but it's okay. Hero of Dunes has not only graveyard reanimation, but also how you say it, pumping our tokens and all our creatures to a bigger level. And Jadar making job. Jadar is an amazing creature in this build. I think in general, if you run Elas Master, Jadar is a must. Also, this 1 mana Death Touch sacrifice create a Power Store token. Also really good creature with Jadar, because you can start sacrificing the tokens from Jadar. But I didn't have so much synergies with the Power Stones. This is why I decided not to include it. Otherwise, it's also possible inclusion. At the beginning, I was building this deck with Portal to Pyrexia. 2 copies of Portal to Pyrexia, and with this dude that sacrifices things, but it was also slow rolling. Like, I did things on turn 4, on 5, where my opponent often already wins the game, right? This was a little bit my concern. Sure. The Raven attacks. We're gonna create, block the 1/1. Don't mind me if I do. I can still do that, right? Yeah. I don't have good attacks, this is a problem. Right? This is a problem. But I don't have good attack. I can attack with you once. This is all. And not even that, because Adeline gonna kill it. Without being threatened. I also could not really play the Cemetery Protector. Because this would not target a graveyard because of Danik again. So Danik is definitely something that turns off my deck here currently. And we're gonna see what we can do from here. Currently we can kill Adeline with our... Oh, kick some Puppeteer. Nice, bro, nice. I like your deck, I like it. It's a cool deck. No? I will say so. Pass. Let's kill you. Then let's play you. Create more tokens. Ooh, now we are talking, bro. Now we are talking. Next. Attack. 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 Right? We have 3 mana left. Also attack with Jadar. I have a replacement Jadar in the hand. Just in case we don't draw anything super useful. We can see if we can somehow rumble this out, and the opponent gets 2 life from Danik, right, if he blocks good. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna see how much we can draw from it. Okay. Okay, so opponent trades currently, but it will drain him. Don't forget about the triggers. The triggers are crazy. Crazy, crazy triggers. Opponent also trades Ravenman. He don't has a target currently for it. So we draw 0, but we drain my opponent for a bunch again. 1000 triggers. It's just 6. Not 1000, just 6. And let's replay the Jadarski. Gain some life, get a little bit more life, and see what my opponent wants to do from here. Oh, somebody's writing. Free gold in the store. People are going crazy. Free gold in the store. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. This is not good. This is definitely not good. Let's kill you. Draw a card. Rabble Rousing! There! I didn't even thought about it! I didn't even thought about it! Kaya Ghost Hunter! How do we attack all in? I believe so. Attack all in, create a bunch of tokens, gain a bunch of life, 1000 triggers are happening! Bloop, 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 bloop. Just 4. That's okay. Next turn is more. Things are gonna die. Things are gonna happen. So opponent will lose 2 life because with Danik he gains again some life. Be careful that he's not yeah, that the 3-2 is not passing through. Yeah. Yeah. What a fun game. I love if I play against this sort of opponents who are more just for fun here and not for mono black me or mono blue me. But let's see. Now my opponent faces a really difficult situation here. Kaya is not the best hit that we can hit with our Rabble Rousing, but definitely also not the worst. Man of Culture. Resolve. Put you. Attack with all. What you gonna do if we come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? So currently my opponent can attack with a birdie. It's the only birdie thingy that he can attack. Resolve. And we're gonna put some counters on you. And we're gonna pass the turn. Fighting the undead is her specialty. And now we're gonna create more and more tokens. Kaya Ghost Hunter stays alive, you're gonna see how much. We're gonna see how much tokens we're gonna create. It's gonna be fun. Trust me. I'm a professionalist. Cemetery Protector cannot target again the graveyard because my opponent has Danik on the board. It will be more fun with more tokens if I will be able to attack with Cemetery Protector or play him into for the full value, but we're gonna see where this game gonna lead us. We're not gonna see because my opponent don't wanna have fun, but we're gonna go next and hope for opponent that wanna stay with us longer. And here we are against Average Rise, and it's super funny that how Magic changed because of Arena, because I remember Magic being a really social game. People were happy, people were excited for the different plays or for a different stuff that how you say it, that people were brewing and people were playing, and usually you're like you give up the game if there is some sort of infinite combos or something crazy is happening, then people give up on it, right? But here the mentality is, even if they see something interesting and see something playable, people are often just scooping the game and don't let other people having fun. And this is something that, I don't know, like weird, right? Like for me it's weird at least. Because I was hoping for a land. I would expect if I will see another cool deck, like cool deck where I say, wow, this is something interesting that he brewed. I would say, okay, let's rumble. Let's see what you have there. Where is my lens game? So my opponent sitting most likely with cut down in the hand, just don't have a target with our gigs, and it's okay. So my opponent is also a second draw dude that draws 2 cards. Let's put the token into the way. The Morbid will draw a card. Nice curve from my opponent, gigs into Shredder, into thingy. At least something non-typical for this game, but we're gonna see. We're gonna get some life here, just a little bit. Not able to attack. Draw some cards. Let's do it like that, and let's do it like that. Because I cannot take more damage, just in case my opponent has some sort of removal. And right now I'm hoping just for okay, waiting announcement. For more lands to play my Rabble Rousings. This is not more lands, my game. Can I do that the best? So this is basically a counter towards me, because more bit opportunities to draw my opponent constantly cards. But let's do it like this, I would say. Let's keep you, doesn't really matter. Go up to 4, and if I see it right, I'm dead. And just if I see it right. Because hero will not stabilize me. Let's put you into the way. We need to. They will kill me. Yeah, they will kill me. Because of the death trigger. Sure. At least something cool, right? Orzhov second draw with Morbid, but without Morbid, I think this deck has difficulties to function. But nonetheless, really cool. I like it. I like the approach from our average rice. And we still don't draw our land. Let's go next. So, we go first against Mr. Muna. And this hand is actually not bad if we can draw our third land. From there on, I think it will be chicky-micky, but we're gonna see what my opponent is gonna play, and if we can hit our third land drop. In 2 draws, I expect 25 lands to be able to draw a land, like my expectations. Yes, we draw a land. This is good, because from there, I think our wedding announcement gonna help us out. Turn 3 wedding announcement is good. Or better than the Kaya, because Kaya cannot really provide so much advantage here. Kaya is amazing on turn 4. Turn 4 Kaya, into plusing her into turn 5 minus with Rabble Rousing. Oof, bro, it's gonna go high, it's gonna fly high. For example, like here. So let's see if we can do that. We can play Kaya. Plus on the token, give all our creature death touch, draw perfect hand. Oh, you're gonna see it maybe. If my opponent gonna stay, you're gonna see it. What is he playing? Cool basic lands art, by the way. Cool art. Look at the Sovereign card, put 2 lands among... he's some sort of ramp, so like Titan ramp, huh? Titan ramp, and you're gonna see it. Thank you, my friend. Thank you that you're gonna see it. Another wedding announcement. Chicks is not necessary. Create 2 tokens. Like this, we're gonna create more tokens. Because this will also create me... Oh no, we create the same amount of tokens, right? Did we? Am I dumb? I think so. Attack with 2, create 2, 4. Yeah, we will create the same amount of tokens, but deal 2 more damage. So, attack with all. But you saw it. You saw it. Amazing. Amazing. Amazingness. Ooh, the world spell. Nice. Let's see if my opponent gonna escalate with Titan or something. What a sexy draw here, one of the multiverse, nice. And he can play something else. Invoke Despair. Bro, man of culture, huh? Man of culture. Let's get rid of you. Of my Planeswalker. It would have been smarter, huh? Let's play Gixie. Let's attack. Let's play you out. You like it, huh? 1 million triggers. 1 million triggers. So much. I will draw it until I draw a land. Okay, thank you. One more. And sweep me, daddy. Sweep me, daddy. If you don't do it now, I will do it later. I will do it myself. My friend, I will do it myself. Yes, he plays. Sweep me, daddy. Sweep me. Please. Sweep me. Amazing is also, I had a game where... Ooh, another one. Rabble Rousing with the Path of Peril, and Elias is already on the board, so this everything gonna happen, everything at once. And my opponent gonna minus... Path of Peril. It will be instantly Path of Peril. To the 1 million triggers. Elias, show him what you got. Elas. I'm sorry, Elas, not Elias. Elas. Eso. He could also kill the Ilmaster, no? Gain some life. Go for throat. Not gonna even do it. 1000 triggers. This is how we do it. Let's try another one. And here we are, most likely in our last game against Nuno Rufus. Let's see what Nuno has in mind. Let's show him the colors. Not that he thinks that we are mono white or something. So good draw, good draw. We'll find me some cards with Reinforcer. Oh, nice. Nice, definitely nice. Let's attack. See what my opponent has there. He's thinking like, oh, what can he has? For 2 mana or maybe 3 mana to interact. Nothing, bro, I'm just wanna draw a card. That's all. Because currently Path of Peril is a thing. My opponent looks like a domain aggro deck or domain double striking deck. Leyline Binding. Ooh, this is how he is, huh? This is how he is. Okay, okay. Let's attack Urza. Let's chill. Should have played the Swamp maybe into sweep, but I want him to commit to the border a little bit more. Yeah, like this. Like this. This is okay. Oh, he don't wanna... What? Why? Why he didn't want to attack? He has trample. He has trample. But my opponent decided that it's not worth it to play trample. 2 Trampler are gone. Lizard Blades, sure. So let's play our Resolute Reinforcer. Rabble Rousing is actually also nice. What do we get from there? Dixie, right? Dixie is good because it enters the battlefield before the damage is dealt, and this way we still gonna draw a card. Nuno Rufus. No, no blocks, my friend. Get some life, get some life. Interesting synergy here. So let's show him our synergy. Resolute Reinforcer and Atakuitsu. One more creature was missing, right? 5 and this is 4, yeah. One more creature was missing. But it's okay. Next turn, definitely. Next turn we gonna pop it. Pop it like Beckham. Boop, boop. It's the sound of the police. Boop, boop. Now we need to put something into his way. Wait. These 2. Si, senor. Go for it, my friend. I want to go down to 2, maybe because of the red source. He can maybe have something else in his mind. Everything except you. Take action. We can draw only 1 card. This is why it's a little bit painful. No, we cannot draw a card. We cannot draw cards because this will cost me 1 life. Good that I saw it, huh? Good that I saw it. Okay. Okay. Not a biggie. Not a biggie at all. Ah! This can give me some life. And this will not do a lot of difference, right? If I play her, I will take a hit and like lose a life because of the land, and gain 1 life because of enter the battlefield ability. Don't tell me he has played with fire. Why he has red there? He has a thing, no? Here. Oh, it's good game, my friend. It's good game! It's good game! There's nothing I can do about it. Even if I put everything, there is still 2 damage in this creature. Happens, my friends. Yeah, let's make a cut here, because I think there will be not many people who will stay with me to see the full 1000 triggers. But what am I gonna say about this deck? It's super fun if it pops off. So if you are a trigger fan like Tori Dice, for example, I think you will love this deck. This is definitely something interesting to build around. Also, the ability to reanimate our Elas or il-Kor Master is a really interesting one. I think I could maybe even work on do something more, let's say not competitive, but something more that will perform also in the rank queue. For this I need to include some removals, for this I need to include some other things, but I think it's possible, just it will not be as fun. Like this combo will happen maybe once in 10 games, where you have like Rabble Rousing, attack, gain a lot of life, if something dies, opponent lose a lot of life, so something like this, and then you can sweep your own board, like in the last game almost happened, but opponent again don't like to see this happening. Then it will happen much less, but you will win much more. So definitely don't craft this deck, because it's on a pretty expensive side. There's a lot of rares, even some mythics, but if you're looking for some fun and you have the most cards of it, definitely go for it. You can exchange. There are a lot of different builds. I just wanted to bring it around that it's Rabble Rousing is still a card. I think Rabble Rousing is a very underplayed card. I mean, it's not really 5 mana do nothing, but it's a 5 mana requires other stuff to be, like other creatures on the board to be, to start being effective. And this is, I think, the main problem here, because we are currently in a mid-range meta where one creature needs to do multiple things. To have 2-3 creatures that don't do a single thing when they enter the battlefield is it's not good for rank, not good enough. But I think we can definitely do something, and I'm definitely playing with the idea to make the Dune Master, this creature, hero of the Dunes, make something more competitive with it, because this is not a legendary human soldier, yeah? So maybe we can build something like turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 Soldier Tribe, and then turn 4 something like Wandering Emperor, and turn 5 Hero of the Dunes that can reanimate something, but also automatically give it plus, and provide you the value on the board itself as a creature. So I think it's a possibility worth it, or a build worth it, and definitely stay tuned for it. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe to my channel to see some builds like this, more of it, and we're definitely gonna have a healthy mix between competitive decks and more fun decks like this one. This one, I think, for a Sunday, it's a really interesting take on Orzhov Sacrifice deck. And with this being said, my friends, I wish you an amazing Sunday. Tomorrow, I'm not sure about the video tomorrow, because I have a lot of work to do tomorrow. So if I will be in time, I will try to make a video. If I not be in time, then on Tuesday, I will provide you a new deck or something cool to experiment with. With this being said, thank you for your time, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao!